In today's video, I will be showing you how I make some Jamaican Gungo rice and peas in my kitchen. So if you are interested, please stick around. Please remember to give me a thumbs up as it helps with the YouTube algorithm. Let's get started. In the pot I have some green gungo peas. It is about a half a pint or so. I bought a pound of green gungo peas and I shell it, so you know you're going to get this. So this is about a half a pound. In the blender I have my coconut that I blended. So what I'm going to do now is to strain it and then I return. In the pot I will be adding 2 cups of my coconut milk that I strained. If you like, you can always use your canned coconut, or if you want to use a pack. Afterwards I'm going to add 1 cup of water. So if you like, you can always just add the water, or if you want to use straight coconut milk, you can. So now I like to cook my peas with some flavor. So I'm gonna add a little salt, we might need more afterwards, but just gonna add a little now. Then I'm going to add a piece of thyme. I'm also gonna add a few pimento seeds and a few garlic cloves. So I like to crush my garlic because it releases the flavor when you do so. I'm also gonna add a few pieces of ginger. So if you want, you can grate the ginger, but I don't like the taste in it, so in the rice and peas. So I just like to just cut it, but I just cut it like big enough so when the peas cook, or when I cook the rice, I don't chew on it because I will see it in the rice. So now I'm going to let the peas cook for about 15 to 20 minutes because this type of peas, it cook very fast. So you're just going to cover your pot halfway, almost. You're not going to cover it fully because you don't want your coconut milk to boil over on the stove. Because if you boil over on the stove, you're not going to get any of the nutrients from the coconut milk and also from the peas. So all of it will be on the stove, and then your rice and peas not gonna nice, alright? So at this point my peas is fully cooked. So I'm gonna proceed and move on to the next step. So because I added pimento seeds already, I'm not gonna add any more. I'm gonna add some fresh thyme because I love to cook with thyme. I also have 2 stalks of scallion. I like to twist it before I add it into the pot, whereas it will release all those nice juices from the scallion. I'm also gonna add 4 more garlic cloves, and as I said earlier, I'm gonna crush the garlic clove. Gonna add like 1.5 more cups of coconut milk. You can add water at this point, but the more coconut milk, the more flavor. Gonna add a teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. If you don't want to add it, you can always add some salt, or you can leave it out. If when a peas cook and you taste it and it has enough salt, do not add anything more. I also added 2 teaspoons of margarine. You can also use butter. So I'm going to add my scotch bonnet pepper. So I'm gonna add it and then I cover the pot. Let it come to a boil, a rapid boil for about 5 minutes. Then I will return. So to be honest, when you're cooking rice and peas, to cook it properly, the measurement is good, but sometimes the rice varies. So it depending on the type of rice. So you have to add the liquid accordingly. So I'm using some long grain rice. So I use about 3.5 cups of coconut milk and also use a cup of water. But as I said earlier, my rice is different from yours, even though some of the liquid dry out while the peas was cooking. But just use a judgment, alright? Sometimes we just have to follow ancestors, as the Jamaicans would say, and we cook with food, right? So if you put your rice in the pot, and when you use a fork to test the level of the rice to the water or to the liquid, and it is like less than an inch above the rice, then you need to add a little bit more water or coconut milk. So after you finish adding your rice, you're going to stir it very well. Then you're going to put your flame on low. you're going to cover your pot. You can also use some foil paper to cover the pot at this point, or some plastic, but I'm just going to use a cover. Let the rice cook for about 15-20 minutes, and the cooking time also varies because every rice is different. After 20 minutes, I am going to check on the rice to see if it is fully steaming. So I like to remove my scallion and my thyme and my pepper before I do so. But if you like, you can always leave yours. So just by looking at the rice, I can see that it is fully cooked. So I'm just gonna fluff it up a little. And as you can see, the peas, it needs to mix up with the rest of the rice. So I'm gonna be doing that as well. But if at this point, you don't like your rice shelly, as Jamaicans would say, you add a little bit more water to it and it is steamed some more. Alright, but this is just perfect for me. So I'm just gonna finish removing the scallion and the thyme, and then I finish fluff it up. Okay, so I hope this video was very useful. I hope you understood how to prepare Jamaican rice and peas if you don't know how to do it. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe, share the video, guys. I do appreciate it. Also, when you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you're new, a special welcome to you. Also, remember to comment, as I love to hear from you, and give me a thumbs up as it helps with the YouTube algorithm.